This week on YouTube Saved My Life. Uncut.
So, did all that really happen?
Yeah, it really happened.
We found our first guest tonight rifling through the trash near our office. When we found him, all I wanted was a computer to watch YouTube. Here, his incredible story coming up next. So where do you want to start?
Where do you want me to start, huh? I'm gonna start all the way at the beginning, when I picked up my accent.
Yeah.
My fucking accent. People say I'm a fucking charged for doing this accent. It's not an accent, it's a fucking lifestyle. When I was 6 years old, my dick fell off. I grew it back when I was 8. I got my wife pregnant when she was 9. It's not possible, because I was in a mental facility. And this is where it all stems. They showed us YouTube videos for 16 days straight to keep our minds straight. Double entendre there. PewDiePie, iDubbbz, big name YouTubers, huh? I wasn't worried about them. Huh? They didn't have the royalty that I had. I wanted to see the small guys, just like I wanted to see the little boys from the Bronx Tale. Isn't that a good movie? Eh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good. You ever seen The Bronx Tale?
No, I have not.
Neither have I. So, when I finally got let out of this institution, I lived with regret and anger in a forest.
After being put in a mental institution for most of his childhood, he found his place not only watching YouTube, but in the kitchen, where he'd learned valuable skills for his new life with his raccoon family.
At 16 years old, I went into a forest and I never came out until just recently. I raised a family of raccoons of my own. We lived there for 16 more years. I walked out of that forest 22 years old, not knowing what a phone was, an iPhone, a Google Pixel phone. Some of these kids nowadays, they don't even know what the masturbate is, because they got all these moving pictures, these things. I jerked off to a piece of a fucking tree that looked like a booty. You tell me that that's not fucked up. I tried to get a raccoon, one of my blood and flesh, to give me a hand job, but his hands were so small that it just didn't. I felt like I was getting jerked off by a 6-year-old, which was a turn on in itself. But in today's day and age, child pornography is not cool. Where were we again?
But all his life wasn't bad. He had lived in Great Britain with a wealthy family before being sent away and eventually finding his home in the woods.
Fucking kidding me? You telling me right now that I didn't believe in myself? I was out in the fucking desert with the raccoons. You fucking wanker. You gonna tell me how big fucking what? I raised 7 raccoons? You fucking wanker. Go ahead, call me a coon. Do it.
In fact, we might have not even known who he was if he didn't tell us.
Motherland. Fucking Queen Elizabeth. I'm related to her. Gordon Ramsay, man. Me and him were buds. He fucking liked my souffle.
At the end of his stay in the forest and with his raccoon family, he was feeling he was missing something. He would miss his raccoon wife and children, but he knew that he needed to find what made him whole again, and figured civilization was his best chance on finding it.
We got out of the forest, I went to my local library. And that's where I rediscovered YouTube. And I saw YouTube Red. And I thought, fuck that. Fuck that stupid shit. It took me back to the days where I'd sit at home and watch movies and think, these fucking guys could pay for this shit. I could do this shit better. They got these originals out there. And it's about fucking math. Mathematics. Me and my fucking coon brethren, we could have fucking made a show about how we just used to wait up at night and steal from people's fucking garbage cans. We'd have to lick our hands. And we have to get the water in because we didn't have any saliva. That's a show right there in itself. Discovery Channel's. I've been waiting. It's been 16 years since I got out of that forest.
The last thing we talked about with our guest was a 60-day sentence he served for alleged double murder, OJ style.
So how'd you kill him?
First off, allegedly, I killed him. I only spent 60 days in the pen. I got out on good behavior. And allegedly, they said I broke into the house. I took a cucumber. And I always thought it was funny growing up. C-U-M Burr. Yeah, I'm missing the Q, it's okay. I always thought it was funny, because I said they should sell cucumbers with cum on the inside. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was a young kid, I was 6 years old. I didn't have a dick at the time. What do you want me to say? And I broke into this house, allegedly, and took the cucumber, and I said, "Sawazum," which is, it's just some weird thing in my head that I like to scream before I do weird things. I mean, allegedly do weird things. The doctors said some things. And I shoved it down his ear hole. And this didn't kill him or anything because it's a cucumber, couldn't fit. So then I took the gun and I shot him in the face, allegedly. But he survived. They brought him back. We said it was a misfire of the gun. I found him in there. So then allegedly, when he came home, his family was there, everybody's there. We had this big old party. And then he was alone for a split second in the bathroom. So I made a call to some old friends. I raised these friends. 6 raccoons came out of the fucking window and killed Osama bin Laden that day. We fucking took him out. It wasn't SEAL Team 6. It was Raccoon Squad 05. And I understand 6 raccoons doesn't match 05. But it was the year the Sox won. And I fucking hate the Sox. So I assembled my group of raccoons. And I said, hey. And they fucking understood from day one.
We got a statement from one of his accomplices, whose identity was asked to keep private.
I fucking survived 60 days in a fucking maximum security prison. And the only thing we could do was watch YouTube videos on how to be a functioning society member. And it really changed my life. It taught me demonetization was the normal thing. Seeing dead bodies was a normal thing. And you're supposed to put them on the internet for people to lol about. Now the whole lol concept was just so new to me. I was in the pen for 60 days, like I said, serving a double murder charge. They let me off because of a technicality. But yeah, we watched these videos, and then eventually we cracked the code to the Wi-Fi. And I watched this video. It really taught me something. That it's okay to cry when you see a cute animal. And from that day forth, I've been watching YouTube ever since. I haven't seen my kids, my family, and I haven't masturbated in 47 days. Which is surprising because there's a lot of clickbait on there. But also, it kind of counts as child pornography at times. So I don't want to touch my wiener to that. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Well, stick around for our next guest. She's a real doozy you don't want to miss. I'll see you guys after these messages.